Kanye tweeted that Harry Styles and Justin Bieber allegedly tag teamed Taylor Swift, and he said it was racist because he didn't get the invite. But also at the very end said, this is 1,000% true.
It honestly makes me like Taylor Swift more.
There's not a female on planet Earth that would not want to get tag teamed by Harry Styles and Justin Bieber.
It's a heck of a duo.
That's your girl. You can't even be mad.
Yeah, that's top tier. Welcome to the Real Oshow. I'm Zachary. Joining me as always, my partner in crime, my brother Joshua.
And on today's episode, we talk about Spotify removing bots, why golf is dying, and the top 5 most valuable college basketball programs. Enjoy.
They paper getters, they want money more than they want fame shit. I swear we go so hard, we on A-list. I see my niggas prevailing. We going hard for the hand. We gonna stack that we jaded.
This is a great interview. They doing their thing.
Feels like it's been a wild week of music, Joshua. We have Drake dropping 3 new songs on his Plot Twist account. We have a possible rumor of a UMG settlement with Drake. I know it was from Media Takeout, and I got blasted on social media about it, but whatever. There's a rumor because a judge ruled in favor of Drake being able to investigate UMG, essentially being able to go through any email, promotional activities for the Grammy and the Super Bowl, which is obviously going to uncover a lot of shit they didn't want to come to the light, which is why they wanted Drake not to be able to do it. And obviously, Spotify seems to be getting ahead, and I know I'm throwing a lot at you, seems to be getting ahead of the lawsuit with removing all these bot streams because, and I say all that to say this, Nav was advertised to sell 70,000 first week, like just above Lil Durk, because we talked about it in our last podcast, officially sold 19,000. I don't know how the fuck that happens. They must have been really botting up that first couple days and then it settling the dust. But it just seems like we're in a very, very
I think it
transition in music.
I think it could be a few things. One, I think that's his PR team coming out there being like, no, he's selling like around 60, 70,000. And then people don't even think about it. That's the narrative that goes out there. 60, 70K is what he sold. And then they find out a couple weeks later, no, it's actually less than 20,000. So that's what I think it is. Why he sold so little, it's obvious. Nav has not done anything for 3 years, 4 years. Like, that's what happens. You know, that's one thing I don't like about these big artists. Like, I love Nav. But he doesn't do anything. He's not on social media.
Have you listened to the new project yet?
No. I haven't even but here's the thing.
That's a big problem.
I haven't seen a snippet of it. I didn't even know he was dropping an album. Like, where was his rollout? Like, Nav is not Drake. You know what I mean? Like, Nav is not The Weeknd. You can't just come out here and just think you can drop 20 songs and people are going to give a fuck. I didn't see one single that was released beforehand. I didn't even see any buzz. I saw him do like the drop down mic and that was it. Like, I think he did a drop down mic. You know what I mean? Like, where is the fucking rollout? Everyone forgot you existed.
Yeah, that's true. Joshua, where does it sit with you with what Spotify's doing, removing these bots? Obviously, it's good for music, but how many artists are truly hurt from the bot removals? Because we saw Kendrick Lamar go from 110 million to 98 million monthly listeners. Drake's at 78 million, didn't move at all, which is crazy to think about, him having 20 million more monthly listeners than Drake, because this is how I like to see. You can go around anywhere, people will play Drake. You'll run into people playing Rod Wave. I have yet, and I mean yet, to hear someone playing Kendrick. And we live in the hood. We live in the hood in Jersey City, New Jersey. No one plays fucking Kendrick, yet I hear Rod Wave and Drake constantly.
Everything's fake, especially in music, especially in entertainment. Everything is fake. And the fact that these labels are using bots to prop their artists. Look at Kendrick. He's got 90 million monthly listeners. He's got this. If you had 90 million monthly listeners, you could tour wherever you wanted to. You could go anywhere. You could sell out anywhere. Not to say that Kendrick couldn't, but are they playing him in Japan? I don't know. I don't know.
Wasn't he supposed to be on like tour? I've heard nothing about his tour.
No,
that was supposed to be a thing.
Ghost. That's what I'm saying. But that's what's going to happen with all this stuff, right? When the machine props you up, at some point you have to swim a little bit. And we'll see if Kendrick can hold this, because right now, as time goes on, like everyone's saying that Drake lost. It's like, no. Drake was playing fucking 4D chess.
We talk negative about Drake on this channel, or not Drake, Kendrick, because we love Drake so much. At the end of the day, Kendrick can still tour a little bit, but this massive tour he was supposed to go on with SZA. I haven't heard a fucking thing about it.
I haven't heard
everything when Drake was on tour. You're seeing it on social media.
Yeah.
You're fucking seeing it. It's viral. It's crazy. And everybody's talking about how, like, go to a Drake concert, there's no Drake hate in the world. Go to a Kendrick concert, there's a lot of unsold tickets.
You go to a Drake concert, you think it's a WWE SmackDown match with all the signs in the stands. You know what I mean? Like, that's truly what it is. And no hate against Kendrick, because I do like Kendrick's music, but it's just there's levels to the game of entertainment. Kendrick does scratch a itch. Drake just does it all. And that's why he can do anything. Back to Nav and the bots and all these other things. These labels are propping these people up to get them better ad deals, to get them, to get them here, to get them there, to get them more money over here, to get them more radio plays. It all plays into it.
It's funny you brought up like the ad deals. The body of the monthly listeners has to be for the label to then go to brands and be like, he has 98 million monthly listeners.
That's all it is.
And the brands are doing negative research.
That's all it is.
Because they work with UMG or all these record labels, and they're like, yeah, we'll take your fucking word for it.
But you got to think about it. It's like anything, I forget who was talking about it, but he was talking about like these artists, right? It's like, or Russ was talking about it. He was saying like every year the machine will prop up a couple artists to see if they float. And it's like, they're in 1 year, out the other year. It's just like they're rarely do they stick for multiple times. And it's, again, Kendrick. Like, I never thought Kendrick had the appetite for it because he wasn't dropping music like that. That's one thing about Drake. Drake has never not dropped music. Like, he's always in the stew kicking. A lot of these artists aren't. And that's where it kind of shows over time. We talk about it all the time in like our industry, making a video. You make a video a day, you're going to be much better a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Now you talk about Drake, who's been at it for almost 2 decades, and you're like, okay, the gap is so big now that no one can catch him.
I was thinking about this the other day. There was like a 2.5 year span where Drake didn't drop a project. And I remember like talking to my friends, and we had like just like kind of come together when Certified Lover Boy dropped. We were like, bro, is Drake retiring? Like, what's going on with music? Like, music was like in shambles, and everybody's obviously trying to come for the crown, and like there's other good artists still going. But when Drake isn't in music, it's almost what's going on. I just made a video about this with Tiger Woods and the PGA Tour golf. People were fucking lost. People don't know what to do. There's no identity without Drake. Call it glazing, call it whatever you want. Drake makes music much better.
I think people are always like worried about like, oh, he's taking this person's flow. Oh, this is some other genre that he's now it's like, that's what being creative is. It's bleeding into all these things and making it your own. I mean, he just does it the best.
Kanye just said that in the interview where he's like, I can make music better than anybody and any style. He's like, if I see something I like, I'll just go make it better than them. Kanye literally talked about how he retired Frank Ocean because Frank Ocean came out with whatever fucking project. I've never really been into Frank Ocean, but he dropped a project and Kanye went and then dropped a similar project and he hasn't dropped since. So the fact that Drake can take someone's flow and or do it better means he's fucking better.
I mean, the Frank Ocean thing I think is a little bit more than that. I think Frank Ocean had a horrible deal and was like literally everything was owned by him, so he was like, there's no incentive for him to drop anything.
I think he was owned by him. Like everything, he didn't own anything?
No, like he like was owned by the label.
Got it.
And so then he was just like, he was making these songs that were, triple platinum, and he was like, bro, I'm not making any money because the label owns everything. He's like, fuck you guys. Unless you give me a new deal, I'm not dropping. And I think that plays a role in it. Not to say that Kanye is wrong. I sent this to Zachary earlier, but Kanye tweeted that Harry Styles and Justin Bieber allegedly tag teamed Taylor Swift, and he said it was racist because he didn't get the invite. But also at the very end said, this is 1,000% true. Do you think it's true?
100%.
It's 100%.
And it was 100% videoed for blackmail, which is why Taylor Swift runs everything she runs. But they also have, if she gets out of line, it's going to drop, which is how the labels work. If you don't know and you like to be naive, that's how labels work. That's how someone like Frank Ocean gets into these terrible fucking deals. It's how someone like Lil Uzi Vert is completely controlled by the labels. It's how Cardi.
But those guys were like found young and like, listen, Frank Ocean and Uzi I think are different than a Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is so big, so it's like they need some blackmail on her to control her a little bit. Uzi and Frank Ocean, they were just literally so dirt poor when they signed the deal that they just signed their life away.
But they've signed multiple deals beyond it. And that's where the blackmail comes in. They're like, you're going to sign this deal or this is going to come out. That's how the labels leverage it. It's a fucking dark industry. But back to the Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, Harry Styles thing, and Kanye just adding some comic relief to the whole thing. It honestly makes me like Taylor Swift more. It honestly does.
I mean, it's not like listen, there's not a female on planet Earth that would not want to get tag teamed by Harry Styles and Justin Bieber. There's not a female on Earth that's straight.
It's a heck of a duo.
It's a heck of a duo.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even gonna. I wouldn't if that's your girl. You can't even be mad.
Yeah, that's
you gotta
top tier.
You got to
That's
be like,
top tier.
fuck. All right. What do you want me to say? Like they are better than you at everything.
Yeah.
They have more money, better looking. They sing. They sell out stadiums.
I wonder how it came together.
Taylor Swift and Harry Styles used to date, so maybe they were just looking for a third. J Beebs, because Harry kind of swings both ways. So maybe Harry wanted J Beebs. Maybe it was Harry's idea. Who knows?
JB swings both ways then?
Well, maybe he's got so much pussy. He's like, I guess I'll fuck Harry Styles.
That's kind of how it works. I feel like that's
I don't
definitely
know.
definitely how it works.
Maybe. I mean, listen, who am I to judge in that situation? I don't know.
Yeah, let's take a massive transition from a tag team into the Masters because that's going on right now. The PGA Tour Super Bowl, and I alluded
There's
to
definitely
it
been a few tag teams at the Masters. Come on.
Oh, of course. It's a lot of money floating around there, of course. But I want to talk about it because the Masters has been labeled as the PGA Tour Super Bowl. Would you agree?
It's not even close. Yeah. There's not even another event that no one even cares about.
This actually makes my video I just made even better and what I want to talk about even better. The PGA Tour is in serious trouble from a viewership perspective, from an all-star perspective.
It's just golf. Golf has a viewership. It's not PGA. It's not LIV. It's golf has a viewership problem.
But Tiger Woods made the viewership not a problem. And golf doesn't have someone to replace Tiger Woods. Like, Tiger gets hurt every fucking other time he plays. Like, he's done. He's gone. Like, who is going to come rescue the PGA Tour? The Masters is on right now. I could give less fucks.
Scotty Scheffler, hell of a golfer. I mean, Scotty Scheffler literally has Tiger Woods' numbers over the last couple of years. The difference between Tiger did it for a decade and a half. That's why he was so good. But Tiger is polarizing, man. He had the fuck you mentality. Golf is like buddy. All these guys grew up with each other. They all fucking know each other. It's not like
we need people to hate each other.
No, there needs to be beefs. There needs to be some real hate. Like, that's one thing that the PGA did really well. Whether Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson didn't like each other, maybe they didn't. Maybe they did. They pinned them against each other in everything. Like, I didn't know this, but Phil Mickelson was apparently like never number one in the world, ever. He's never been number one in the world because Tiger was there for so long. Like, Phil has never been the number one player. He's always been number two. It's kind of crazy to think about because he's like one of the most notable players.
And that's when golf was at its best. Now, the thing that the NFL does the best, storylines, rumors, marketing, bad headlines, drunk driving, assault. Like, NFL is always top of the mind because of that reason. One thing where the PGA Tour and baseball really fucks up, they have no storylines. They don't try to create any storylines. They don't market what the players are doing. Nothing in the PGA Tour comes out. It's goody two shoes. And baseball is just old fucking sport where it's you gotta hide.
Baseball, golf, both of those personalities in those sports are fucking nothing burgers. They're all robots. They're all fucking see ball, hit ball. Let me throw a dip in. Let me smoke a cig, maybe smoke a little weed. Like, that's what it is. Like, they do nothing but hit a ball, and it's just a boring life. Not saying that golf, like, listen, being Scotty Scheffler, where he made like $45 million in a year playing golf for half a year and fucking, playing the best courses, I'm sure it's not a bad life. Like, there could be a lot worse things, no doubt. But you're not cool. It's not like a fun thing. Like, to me, I don't think it's that fun.
It's not the players aren't the problem. It's the PGA Tour and or the MLB. The organization is the problem because they're not creating these storylines. Like, bro, if we had it coming out right now, Scotty Scheffler is fucking snorting coke and banging hookers, golf would immediately become more popular for the right or wrong reasons. It does not fucking matter.
Well,
when Tiger Woods got caught fucking 400 girls, yeah, he lost sponsorships,
That
but
wasn't
the
good
views
for golf.
skyrocketed.
That wasn't good for golf, though. I don't think it's
Bullshit.
a whole. No, because it's like golf has, and that's why like the Masters is so big, is because like the Masters is like the one thing where it's like we keep the true sanctity of golf. Like this is how it was made. And I think that's the difference. Like golf to stay golf, they need it to be the boys club.
Well, that's
like it
great.
needs to be the Augusta.
Well, they're going to keep getting fucking 9 million views and no one gives a fuck.
But that's fine. But people, like the casual person still is golfing a lot, and there's a lot of money in golf. Like I think that it's just a different way. They need to be hammering social media. They need to be doing other content because people have an appetite for golf. Look at some of the golf creators on YouTube. They put up numbers. They do more numbers than the PGA does. You know what I'm saying?
Because they have a fucking personality.
But that just shows there is an appetite for golf. They're just not properly.
Because the PGA Tour and the MLB don't put the personality on a pedestal. They put themselves on a pedestal, which is why YouTube golfers are making more money and have more awareness to the sport than fucking Scotty Scheffler probably does.
I don't know about that. I mean, Scotty Scheffler is definitely not bringing eyes to, like, he's a great golfer, but he is a nothing burger. He's like
Brooks Koepka, his YouTube, his TikTok, his Instagram's fucking elite.
You're talking about Bryson DeChambeau.
Wait, I don't even fucking know the difference.
Brooks Koepka is a good golfer.
He's good looking, I think.
Yeah,
I think Brooks Koepka is good.
Brooks Koepka was on like the PGA Netflix show or whatever, Live, whatever. The golf show. I think it's like half Live guys, half PGA guys. But still, like they're doing some of the right things. But to me, it's just a hard sport where you're by yourself. None of these guys want to be that character. They're all trying to stand in line because you got to think about it. It's so competitive where a lot of the guys aren't going to be jackasses to get kicked off the tour. Like, it's not worth it. And I think that's where the line was.
Listen, if the PGA Tour brought in Happy Gilmore, the views would be over 44 million, like in 1997 when Tiger Woods won his first Masters.
You need a polarizing figure in the sport. You have to promote that. Go all in on John Daly.
But he's old.
John Daly's son.
But I don't know anything about his son.
I don't know. His son's a pretty good golfer.
The PGA Tour's holding their breath as long as possible till fucking Charlie Woods is of age and can play, and hopefully he's halfway decent. You
have to hope, right? Like they could at least start that storyline, but you got to hope he's like got half Tiger in him. I mean, both of his parents were like super freak athletes, right? I don't know the mom.
You're always in the race if you got Tiger as your dad, you know. But it's also hard. Like there's a reason why not many star athletes' kids are ever stars. Like point blank, period.
Like it's a different hunger, you know. I think about it, right? Like Michael Jordan, again, he wasn't like poor, but like still had the hunger of like, I want to be great. I want to do something. I want to prove something. When you're born in the mansion, you got 17 different houses. You got private jets. You're just like, shit, I ain't got to really do shit. I ain't really got to do shit. Like, there's a different hunger to that, right?
And obviously the PGA Tour and or professional golf isn't going to die, and that's not what I'm trying to allude to. I just think they could capture way more eyes in the fact that the highest viewership for a Masters was 1997 and then 2001 when Tiger completed his Tiger Slam. You're telling me it's been 28, 25 plus years since they've had over fucking 20 million views? To me is fucking insane with the TV deals, with social media and or just satellite TV. Like the availability to watch Masters golf now is so easy and the views continue to go down. Doesn't make any sense to me. And the problem is the PGA Tour is not putting these personalities and or people and or storylines on a pedestal and trying to make the average person interesting in it. The reason golf was so good back in the day when Tiger first came out, Tiger got non-golfing people to be interested. Baseball is getting a little bit better, or it's at least holding, but non-baseball people really aren't into fucking baseball.
No, I could give
Everybody's
one fuck
into
about
football.
A game.
Most people are into basketball because they have fucking storylines and they glorify the personality and they glorify
it's a good
the
product
star.
too. Like I think football has a good product. Even like when it's a bad product, you're still like, these guys are freak athletes. And you know, I think that's the problem. Golf, there's so many different guys. There's so many different teams. That's why I think Liv had a good idea with like making teams.
Yeah.
But then the teams, like, then it's like, who's the best guy? You know, it's like, it starts blurring the lines of like golf is an individual sport, but you know, you got to do some, you got to find the stars. With that being said, like if I was the PGA, I'd be finding guys that don't like each other. I'd be pairing them up with each other. I'd be like, you want that roughly. You want a competition. You want these guys motherfucking each other. That is good for the game.
Tiger used to, I can't remember the guy Tiger used to fucking hate. Damn, I should have fucking looked it up. Tiger used to hate a guy, and he was pretty good. So, Saturday, Sunday, they pair up like the people you're close to. Bro, the fucking camera used to be just like dead red waiting. They would sometimes talk shit. You need that. And I know golf doesn't really want that because it's back to the good boy sport, but I don't know. I think it's a massive miss. But before we go, Joshua, I have a fun game to play with you. I want you to guess in order. You can go 1 through 5 or 5 to 1. The most valuable men's college basketball teams
Of all time.
It's just like the brand wise. This is according to the Wall Street Journal.
Of the biggest brands in men's college basketball.
In men's college basketball, let's start at. Let's just. You can guess in any order. Let's give a top 5. First 2 should be pretty easy.
Duke, Kentucky.
Okay, Kentucky is not top 5. Duke is number 2.
Villanova.
Nope.
UNC
is number 1. So you have 1 and 2 so far. So 3, 4, 5 is what you're looking for.
Okay.
Joshua, I don't think you're going to get at least 2 or 3 of these because it shocked me.
UConn.
Nope. UConn is 14 to be exact.
Interesting. They must not be going by national championships.
Yeah, and Kentucky is number 9 according to your guess as well.
Well, the Wall Street Journal surely isn't going by national championships. I'll go with that.
It's brand.
I'm gonna throw a crazy one out there because they got a big one. BYU.
Not even top 15.
Okay, I'm just saying that because BYU's throwing a lot of money around.
Yeah.
That's why I was just throwing a crazy number out there. Is it South, East Coast?
Actually, Midwest.
Ohio State, Michigan State.
Okay, hold on. Ohio State is 4.
Okay.
Michigan and Michigan State are 12 and 13.
Interesting.
So you need 3 and 5 to complete the puzzle. I think they're going to shock you. I think one you'll be like,
What are they? East Coast, West Coast?
No, Midwest. 3, 4, 5
all
are all
Midwest.
pretty much Midwest, yeah.
Iowa.
Nope. One's in the Big Ten and one's in the ACC.
Tennessee.
Nope. Kind of close location-wise with the Tennessee guess, but not Tennessee. A little bit more north. No, Kansas. Kansas would be way south. You give up?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. So we have 1 UNC, 2 Duke, number 3, which you did not get, Indiana. Mr. Bob Knight himself.
Not even.
Number 4, Ohio State, and number 5, Louisville.
I don't know who made this list.
Wall Street Journal.
But whoever made this at Wall Street Journal has the syndrome. Like, they are fucked. Like, I can tell you right now, those are not the top 5 brands in basketball. Like, I can tell you right now, like, Louisville hasn't done nothing since fucking Rick Pitino was there, and he was paying motherfuckers. What was number 3?
3 was Indiana.
When was the last time Indiana basketball was relevant?
But talk about talk about the good boys.
When was the last time that Indiana basketball was relevant?
But they were great way back in the day, so they still have the
value.
value.
No one gives a fuck. Dude, that is so bullshit. No one cares about Indiana. Now, it's a good job. It's a great job they have. It's definitely got a lot of history to it. But since they let black people play in college basketball, I don't think Indiana has been good.
Well, that's not true because Bob Knight recruited Isaiah Thomas, and he was black.
That's probably why Bob Knight was good. He was the first one to let black players on the court, and they were like, "Dude, we are good." That's just a fact. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, that is truly what it is. Indiana has not won a championship in. Let's look it up because it's probably been 60 years.
When I saw the list, immediately I was like, "Oh, I got to get Joshua on this" because I knew you would struggle.
Even
with 3,
Ohio
4, 5.
State. Even Ohio State. Ohio State as a fucking basketball school is complete bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
UConn is a way bigger brand in basketball. UConn, if you look at the men's and women's, I know you said men's, but just as a basketball school, right?
Yeah.
There's not a bigger. They have the most championships. It's not even close.
Yeah,
it's like
they
it's
probably
not even
are the
close.
best brand.
So
men's
how
and
can
women's.
you? So how can you tell me the team that always is in the finals? Oh, their brand isn't good. They only have 18 million people watching them every year. Yeah, that sucks. But hey, Indiana in the NIT this year, they fucking killed it with the viewership.
I don't think they went to the NIT. I don't think so.
They were in the Crown, I think. They were in the Crown.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's like a new thing, but they make you play in it for like TV ratings. It's like extra games outside of March Madness.
TV deal, huh?
Yeah, it's
Forcing
TV deal.
teams.
They force teams to do it.
That's going to continue to happen. That's super interesting.
Even when what's funny is a lot of teams like they fire their coaches, they have to play in the Crown. They'll hire the new coach. The new coach can't even coach in the Crown. they have to wait to the next year. So like the intern, whatever coach will play.
Top assistant.
Yeah, we'll just do it, right?
Interesting.
It's kind of funny.
I mean, if you made it this far, drop a like, leave a comment, hit subscribe. Until next week, peace.
About to get all this dough. Me and no fuck niggas know. I swear to God we the ghosts. This ain't the story they told. Man, if you know, then you know. I never had to tell my dogs that we on road for greatness. They paper getters, they want money more than they want fake shit. I swear we go so hard, we on A-list. I see my